Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it's the original Super Nintendo version of Super Mario World, and I'm playing this because I feel like it. Because in all actuality, this is a very fun game. It was the very first game to come out for the Super Nintendo in Japan, Europe, and North America. Came out in Japan in 1990, came out in the West in 1991. As you can see, there's quite a few new things to do here, such as that big coin, riding on a dinosaur, Koopa standing upright and coming in 4 colors, a big dinosaur eating things that, of course, you are still riding on, among other things. And save files, because that would definitely be useful in a Mario Brothers adventure. So let's go ahead and start a one-player game. As soon as you start the game, you will be introduced to the new setting here. You are no longer in the Mushroom Kingdom, you are in Dinosaur Land. Princess Toadstool is missing, Bowser is behind all of this, and the game definitely does not miss any words as to what is going on. Press A and you'll instantly head to the world map. And you can see, it's even simpler than Super Mario Bros. 3, as great as that game was. Let's enter the house of this person named Yoshi. Apparently Yoshi was captured by Bowser, and while he was looking for his friends, as you're gonna find out really quickly. Because, let's face it, this should be in the hands of a trained professional plumber. And that's pretty much all you can do over there. Yoshi's Island 1 is to the left, Yoshi's Island 2 is to the right. Apparently he has his own island too. So without further ado, let's do Yoshi's Island 1. Okay, B lets me jump, but I can't run. Okay, A lets me spin jump. Oh, you have the hold Y to run. You don't have 2 buttons like you do in the NES days this time around. You got 4 and, well, really 6 if you count the shoulder buttons, and you're expected to use them all. You can also run with X if you need to. And if you jump on all these guys twice with a regular jump, you'll be able to defeat them. Spin jump lets you kill them once, and there are those piranha plants that jump in and out of the pipes there. We got different piranha plants this time around. And the spin jump not only lets us break these blocks if we are Super Mario, but we can also use it to destroy certain enemies in one hit. The big coins that I'm picking up are the dragon coins. If you pick up all 5 of them, you will get a 1-up. That was the continue point that I just hit the tape on. You can hold an extra item in the box at the top of the screen. To use it, press the select button. That little blue box at the top center, if you collect a power-up while you're Super Mario, you'll be able to carry another power-up. So if I were to get another one after becoming Big Mario, I would have a mushroom in there. If I grabbed another one, I get to put the power-up of the type of Mario that I was last in that box, and it's really nice. To pick up a shell, use the X or Y button. To throw a shell upwards, look up and let go of the button. So just hold Y or X, look up, let go of the button. Giant bullet bills. Don't know why we have those, but they're there. You may be seeing yellow dotted line blocks. Those will come into play really soon. And another interesting thing about being Fire Mario, once you pick up a Fire Flower, is that if you can kill an enemy with a fireball, you can basically turn them into coin, and then collect their soul essence in coin form to keep them from respawning ever. Those football players take either 3 jumps to kill or 5 fireballs. Whatever you prefer. And that thing that I just hit was the gold tape. If you hit the tape, You'll be able to get some bonus stars. If you get 100 stars, you'll be able to enter the bonus stage. But for beating Yoshi's Island 1, we were able to enter the Yellow Switch Palace. There's not much to this room until you hit the P block, or P switch here, rather. Yes, these things make a return from Super Mario Bros. 3. When you hit the P switch here, you get all these coins. P switches will do different things depending on where you are when you hit one. They provide a variety of functions in this game. And by going through this pipe and jumping on the switch, we are able to change the yellow dotted line blocks into yellow exclamation point blocks. Hitting them below will give us an instant mushroom, no matter what. So in case you need to be Big Mario for whatever reason, there you go. Whenever you complete a Switch Palace, you have the opportunity to save. I'm not going to do that for the time being, though you can if you want. Now it's time for Yoshi's Island 2, and you have an opportunity at a free 1-up. Just grab the shell, knock into all these Koopas, instant extra life. And that's the yellow exclamation point block in action. And we found an egg. Inside is Yoshi. Apparently Bowser trapped in that egg. Should have left it to a trained professional plumber. Another message block. Do a spin jump, press the A button. A Super Mario spin jump can break some of the blocks and defeat some of the tougher enemies. We already went over that. Yoshi's jump is pretty much the same strength of the spin jump. You can also grab berries with either by pressing Y or by walking into them or moving into them. And I do not want to lose Yoshi. I want to take on that game. I want to take on that Koopa football player and get a revenge. Thankfully, 2 fireballs and a stomp was able to do it. And this block explains the continue point. If you have Yoshi and you find another block that gives you Yoshi, instead of getting another Yoshi, you'll get an extra life. To get off Yoshi, just press A. Don't worry about off-screening him. The Super Nintendo is a lot more powerful than the NES in terms of that, and quite a bit more. And we already got the Dragon Coins here again. And apparently I got an egg with a mushroom in it for eating enough berries. Interesting! We can go down this pipe and get off Yoshi here and throw a block into other blocks. These blocks that glow when you grab them, they don't last for long. So you want to be very careful. And kind of take your time, but be speedy at the same time as well. Just be sure to carefully aim. And by hitting this P switch, we were able to take a shortcut over that Koopa football player, otherwise known as a Charging Chuck, and complete the stage. Wasn't able to hit the tape that time, but I will be able to next time. And here is Yoshi's Island 3. This one gets a little more interesting. Oh, another message block. The big coins are... yeah, we already know about that. That just explains the Dragon Coins again. Now that we have the Yellow Switch Palace finished, some of the pits are covered up. Such as right here, so we would have been able to fall below those 2 platforms otherwise. And we see one of the special Yoshi abilities in action. If you eat a red Koopa and spit him out, Yoshi spits out 3 fireballs. Now, there is a pipe over here. Go down it, hit the P switch, and you have a shortcut over the lava. This takes you to another Dragon Coin. This one is pretty easy to miss. I'm not going to find all the Dragon Coins, just the ones that I know that I can get. They're pretty easy to find early on, but later, well, that's a different story. When you stomp on an enemy, you can jump high if you hold the jump button. use up a control pad to jump high in the shallow water. That will definitely come in handy later. Hidden coin there. And another fire flower, so now we have 2 fire flowers in case we lose one. And I forgot to mention the little platforms here. The ones that go in a circle. They go in a circle like at varying speed. It gets slower the closer you get to the top. And then you got these little expanding and contracting block platforms. Sometimes they expand horizontally, other times sometimes horizontally, sometimes vertically, as you were able to see earlier. This green block with a white star on it, if you collect 30 coins, you'll be able to get a 1-up. Otherwise, you'll just get 1 single coin. Remember, you have to collect 30 coins in that same course in order to get that 1-up. And we are now done with Yoshi's Island 3, and there's Yoshi's Island 4. The course marker is in a blue pool of water, meaning that it's going to involve water somewhat. It may be above water, it may be underwater. It's just going to involve water. And this one's going to be pretty interesting. If you go down the water into the bottomless pit, you will die. You can't eat these things with Yoshi, in case you were aware. And remember the little things that we saw in the demo? These things? Well, guess what? We get to eat them for points and coins. Well, basically coins. Whenever you eat an enemy, you get 1 coin. This is really nice. If you are in an area that you have already cleared, you can return to the map screen by pressing Start, then Select. That'll definitely come in handy later. Holding up while pressing Y with Yoshi will allow you to not have Yoshi duck his head when he extends his tongue. Want to get that thing there. That dragon coin. And now it's time to get the Starman. You may be wondering how I did that weird super jump with Yoshi. Just jump in the air with Yoshi, then press A. You will do a rather interesting super jump that is really cool to do. It may come in handy in a couple of situations, especially in ROM hacks. You get bonus stars if you cut the tape at the end of each area, I've already mentioned that. The highest amount of stars you can get is 40. And if the tape is at the very top, not only will you still get the 40 stars, you'll also get a 1-up. That's really hard to do, but it can definitely be done. And now it's time for Iggy's Castle, the first castle in the game. Now here, you won't be able to take Yoshi with you. But in case you do die, you will still keep him. Press up on the control pad while jumping and you can clean to the fence. To go into the door at the end of this area, use up also. You can press Y to punch things that are on the other side of the fence. If they're on your side, you'll just have to hit them on the head in order to get rid of them. And that's how punching works. The Koopas here, if they ever reach one end of the fence, either horizontally or vertically, they will switch sides. And you'll either have to hit them on the head or punch them accordingly. That P-switch didn't really do anything. It just let us get that fire flower. If we were Big Mario. And if you're on a gate, press Y to punch it, and you'll be on the other side. You can jump off with B, and here I am on the other side of the fence. I love the pink and blue borders on these fences. It looks very, very 90s-ish. Then again, 1990 was a extension of the 1980s anyway. Press B to jump up, and hold up so that you can grab the coins and stay on the fence. One of Yoshi's friends is trapped in the castle by Iggy Koopa. To defeat him, push him into the lava pool. Well, at least the game was gracious enough to give us that hint, but before we can do that, we're going to have to get to him, of course. There are crushers, I guess you could call them that, in the ceiling there. And of course, you'll either have to stay away from them or duck down into a narrow crevice like the one we just saw. And there is the door to the boss. You want the slope you send him to go downwards, so that way you can send him down that slope when you jump on him, and when you knock him off, he's done. He's in the lava, he's history. Just be sure to stay on the platform so you don't die shortly after he does, because if you do die before the game tells you you've cleared the stage, you're still going to have to do all that over again. And we get a little cutscene where we've rescued the first of Yoshi's friends, who is still trapped in an egg, and it's time to head to Donut Plains. We've created a bridge, and we are now in the first stage of Donut Plains. Gonna save the game here because I'm gonna leave what could be considered World 2, at least in past Mario game tense, in the next video. So join me then, why don't you? Until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!